everyone. Welcome. Today we're going to be going through 10 players that I just think EA and the ratings team can't seem to get right. These are guys that over the last, 18 months or so, I've really disagreed with their Madden rating. And they're guys that are reflected in my roster on Xbox One. So we're going to jump right in. These aren't necessarily in any order, but we're going to start with Derek Johnson, the inside linebacker for the Chiefs. Seriously, one of the better inside linebackers in the game, top five in my opinion. Awesome in all facets of the game. Tremendous in terms of stopping the run, but also good in coverage and blitzing. Just a great athlete as well. He's an 84 according to EA. I am as a 93, so a big difference there. Next is John Brown. I've talked a little bit about him, but just to recap that, I think he's a fine player, but EA has him as an 86, and that's pretty high for me. 86 is pretty much a number one receiver, which I don't think John Brown is. He's a speed guy, but he's not even Deshaun Jackson, who's a good player, but he just doesn't seem to have exceptional route running. He's fine. His hands are okay, but he drops a lot of balls from what I see. So John Brown, I have him as 79, which is about a wide receiver 2. Next is Jerry Hughes. I love watching Jerry Hughes. He's one of the best edge guys in the league. He's a great pass rusher, good stopping the run, and they'll even drop him into coverage at times. So kind of a do-it-all D end. And EA has him as an 80. I have him at an 88. Next is Jordan Cameron, who EA has as an 81 overall, which I think is a total joke. Jordan Cameron, not only has he not done anything in the last 3 years, really, but he's just been bad. Really, just not being able to integrate into any of those offenses that Miami has tried to get going. And it's really been 3 years since we saw a decent Jordan Cameron. I have him as a 73, 8 less than EA. And we're going to stay in Miami for a couple more guys. Mike Pouncey, I still think he's a top center in this league. I've seen nothing from him or that team that would indicate otherwise. They're having a lot of success right now, which really surprises me that he's a 76 in EA's ratings. I have him as an 86. And then one more Dolphin, Cameron Wake, really a top 5 edge rusher this year. He's been top 10 his whole career since he came out of the Canadian Football League. So he's an 86 according to EA. I have him as a 93, which is way up there. So really some inconsistencies there with Miami. I'm curious if any Dolphins fans watching this care to comment on those. Next is Brandon Graham. He's been a highlight of conversation on this channel. I think he's a fine player. He's a good DN, but Madden has him as the top right end in football. And to start, he's been playing on the left side all season long. And then the other thing is, yeah, he's an awesome power rusher, but his sack numbers are always not super high. And I think it's reflective of the fact that I don't think he has awesome instincts. You see offenses targeting him in the run game. I don't think he's exceptional at getting off blocks by any means. And he doesn't really have a lot of skill rush. He's super powerful, which I still have him as an 88, which is, I think, a respectable rating for him. But to say he's a 94, which leaves him as a top 20 player in the NFL, I don't agree with that. Next is Prince Amukamara. Prince is a guy that the Giants let walk. He's hardly starting in Jacksonville. I feel like they've been kind of rotating him in and out this year. He's not been exceptionally good. And EA has him as an 80 overall, and I have him as a 72. He has not been good throughout his career, and I've always questioned that rating. He had maybe a good rookie year, but has not been good since. Alan Branch is my next guy, and he's more just an underrated guy in general. I loved him last year, and he's continued his success this year. He's a D tackle for the Patriots, a true nose tackle that can get off blocks and make plays in the run game, as well as actually make impacts in the passing game as well. So Ivan's an 83. And the last guy I think is just kind of laughable. he's one of those guys that leads me to make my roster in the first place. Junior Galette is an 80 overall. To begin with, I never thought Junior Galette was that good to begin with. And then you throw in the fact that he hasn't even played for 2 years. And I just think at 80, that's like an impact starting linebacker. And Junior Galette is far, far beyond any kind of impact on an NFL roster. I have him way down low 70s, which might be too high. So Junior Galette wraps up this list. I'm really curious to see what you guys think. I'd love to, go in conversation with you guys if you disagree with me. Maybe I'm missing something, but these are all my opinions. So that concludes the video. Check out my Twitter, guys, at TFG_football. You'll get some film breakdown as I watch the games every week, and also some Vegas picks if any of you guys are into that. So thank you and peace out.